Hi everyone, Abigail Smith here, UK Ambassador for Indola. Welcome to my colour tutorial where I'm going to be showing you clever colour placements to enhance a short haircut using reds and coppers. This is the before. She's got some old colour on her hair that will need to be lifted out, and then this is the after final result. So we're starting off in the sides. We need to lift out some of this old colour. So I'm using the pre-lightener with 2% just to give it a little bit of a budge. So when we come to use our coppers, these panels really pop. I've used the Blonde Expert bleach with 2% peroxide. I'm working on a diagonal line just to soften the section, and I'm applying the pre-lightener to a wide slice, blending and smudging as I go. So these areas are your main pops of colour, so you need to be thinking about where you want your placement to be. I've done it slightly thicker on one side than on the other to give it a little bit of asymmetry, but you can keep it quite symmetrical if you want to. You can also bring the bleach up a little bit higher, but I wouldn't drag it right to the root because leaving a bit of a root just gives it that slightly more undone, cooler edge. Okay, so for the other side, notice how I've started slightly higher up on this side than I did on the other. This is again just to give it a bit of asymmetry, give it a slightly cooler edge, but the same sort of technique, just slightly different sized sections. Okay, we're onto the tin and I'm starting at the back. First of all, I apply the colour all to the roots, and then I'm going to drag the same colour right through to the ends. This is the deepest, darkest colour, and I want the back to be slightly more darker than the front, so those front panels really pop. A smart tip here is when I'm applying my root colour, I always start from the bottom and work my way up. That means that I can keep really clean sections, and when I come to do the ends, I'm not working through a load of knots and tangles where I've been lifting the hair up. Everything's combed down, it keeps it nice and neat and looking fresh. Okay, I'm going to start applying the root colour to the front now. I'm pulling everything back away from her face, again just to keep it really neat. I've used a little bit of mesh just to cover up the back section because that's the darkest colour, and I don't want any of that colour to transfer onto our bleached areas. Be careful when you're applying your tint around the hairline, especially on short hair, because it can be really obvious if you get any tint stain lines. A great product to use to prevent that would be NN2 mixed into your colour. Okay, so we're onto the more creative side of the colour technique now, where we're alternating all three colours. So we've got our root colour, which was 566, we've got our brighter red, which is 666, and our copper, which is 944. So we're alternating all three colours, separating each section with a slice of mesh, just to keep everything really neat. And we're working our way up through the head. The copper is mainly going on where the bleached areas are, but it doesn't matter if you get a bit of red on there too, because all pops of colour are going to look really cool in the end result. Continue the same technique on the other side. Okay, so we let that process for 35 minutes and this is the end result. Beautiful deep red with those gorgeous pops of copper on a lovely haircut by Andy Smith.